Good morning and welcome to Wellness Wednesday, a time when we pause and take care of ourselves. My name is ARLENE, UTLA Secretary, Speech and Language Specialist, here on behalf of our UTLA Wellness team. Last week, we learned about breathing, visualization, and mindfulness, and I hope that you learned a technique that you can use on a daily basis. For me, I do yoga and I do breathing every day. At first, I was really skeptical about breathing. Really? It just seems like something we do all the time, right? But it makes a difference and it brings me in touch with myself. It calms me and it balances out my systems. So if you're new, I want to encourage you to just hang with it. And it not only helps individually, but also in group settings. For example, if you're talking about something that's emotional or difficult, just spending a few moments to ground in, planting your feet firmly on the ground, your hands on your lap, and breathe in and out with your eyes closed for a minute or two, and then start your meeting, and then start your discussion, and find out what a difference it can make. Now, breathing also reminds me of how our physical bodies are connected to our whole person, and wellness is about our mind, spirit, emotions, and our bodies working together. So I'm so glad to have with us today is Susan Domingo, who is a RN at Rancho Dominguez Prep, and she is going to share with us about staying safer at home. Now, we have around 80 more nurses this year than last year because of our contract and strike. It's still not enough. We don't have a nurse at every school, but we recognize the importance of having nurses. And we also appreciate nurses today more than ever with COVID-19, and they're being on the front lines of this battle. And I introduce Norlon Davis, who is a MSW, Pupil Service Attendance Counselor. He's also chapter chair of the PSAs. And he's going to give us a glimpse of what he does to stay well. And again, we appreciate the PSA counselors who work with foster youth, homeless youth, youth from juvenile camps, and many youth who need supports. So we thank you, Susan and Norlon, and I pass the baton to Susan.
Thank you, Arlene, and the committee that asked me to share some thoughts during Wellness Wednesday. Friday, March 13th, our superintendent announced our schools would close for 2 weeks. We didn't know that life, as we knew it, would not resume. 6 days later, the city of LA was under safer at home emergency orders, and that evening the governor issued statewide mandatory stay-at-home orders due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We have been in this together for over 9 weeks. Tips for maintaining normalcy at home: maintain a regular daily routine that provides structure, increases understanding of expectations and boundaries for the household. Include sleep, hygiene, meals, hydration, exercise, breaks, work, study. Lower your expectations if you are feeling overwhelmed. We have not had to deal with this before. Include movement breaks, as exercises increases longevity, health, happiness. 30 minutes times 5 days can be broken into 3 5-minute pieces with the same benefits. Exercise prevents chronic disease, improves mental health. You can incorporate yoga, music, or dance. Find your calm, something that helps you, such as music, deep breathing, reading. Give in a little bit. If someone needs screen time for a little freedom or relief, set the timer so they know the expectations. Connect with those at home. Build a fort, have a movie night, play games, puzzles. Maybe develop a new hobby such as cooking with kids, painting, sewing, crocheting, help a neighbor with shopping, chores, a phone call. Stay connected with others through letter writing, something different than email or texting. But try to limit your social media. Provide food for others. And get outside in the sunshine, fresh air, and allow the vitamin D to help your immune system. Create a calm space in your home to help you relax, unwind, and unload stress. Stress manifests in different ways. It may be anxiety, panic attacks, difficulty breathing. Some people may have depression, develop heart disease, hypertension, have some sleep disturbances. Others may experience weight gain or loss. Emotional eating, such foods as comfort foods that are high in fat or sugar or carbs. One of the first things I did was go to Trader Joe's and buy ice cream and scones because I felt I needed something to help me through the first few days. Cognitive impairment may be due to fatigue, which may cause some to be accident prone. Also, as far as hydration goes, it helps you avoid being lightheaded or dizzy. Other people may experience gastrointestinal upset, which may result in stomach aches or gassiness due to decreased stomach acid. This may lead to inflammatory disease. Other people use alcohol or drugs to cope with their stress. Other women may have fertility problems. Physical illness or exacerbation of existing stress-related conditions are other things that may be related to stress. There are resources available if your stress becomes unmanageable. What may be in store as we someday return to schools? Hand washing is our superpower. The lather breaks down the membrane of the virus. Also, masks will likely be something that we will be wearing. We will continue to social distance, and we will cover our coughs and our sneezes. Well, we're all in this together, so make sure you practice your normalcy at home, and we'll see you soon.
There are plenty of simple activities anyone can do to reduce stress, encourage wellness, and restore a sense of well-being during difficult times. Self-care strategies include activities for your mind, body, soul, and surroundings to help you take a step back, breathe, and focus on your well-being. Let's find out what the Lauren Miller teachers and staff are doing for their self-care. And don't be afraid to try something new.
People often think about wellness in terms of physical health, nutrition, exercise, or weight management. But it is so much more. Wellness is a holistic integration of physical, mental, and spiritual well-being, fueling the body, engaging the mind, and nurturing the spirit. Although it always includes striving for health, it's more about living life fully. A lifestyle and a personalized approach to living life in a way that allows us to become the best person that our potential, circumstances, and fate will allow. Wellness necessitates good stewardship. For ourselves, for those who care about us and who we care about, for those of us who are in helping professions such as teachers, mental health, social emotional well-being, counselors, psychologists. Wellness is a profession as well as a personal responsibility. We have an ethical obligation to attend to our own health and well-being in order to be able to support others, in order to be able to support students, parents, families, and the community. The whole child, which includes family and community. There are various dimensions of wellness: social wellness, emotional wellness, spiritual wellness, environmental wellness, intellectual wellness, financial wellness, physical wellness, occupational wellness. We're going to focus briefly on occupational wellness. Occupational wellness is the ability to achieve a balance between work and leisure in a way that promotes health, a sense of personal satisfaction, and is for most financially rewarding. A person who is doing exactly what they want to do in life and is comfortable and content with their work and leisure plans is in a healthy state of occupational wellness. Our attitude and ability to effectively deal with work, school, career goals will greatly affect our performance, interactions, and overall success. So, what does wellness look like? Signs of wellness: engaging and motivating in interesting work. Understanding how to balance your work with leisure. Working in a way that fits into your personal learning style. Communicating and collaborating with others in a way that promotes teamwork. Working independently and with others. Feeling inspired and challenged at work. Feeling good at the end of the day about the work you have accomplished. So how do you improve wellness? Wellness, don't settle. Improving occupational health. Improving occupational wellness. Don't settle. Keep motivated and work toward what you want. Increase your knowledge and skills to accomplish your goals. Find the benefits and positive in your current job. Again, I'll repeat that. Find the benefits and positives in your current job. Enjoy what you do. Do what you enjoy. Create connections with your coworkers. Write goals. Create a plan to execute them, and then start working on your plan. A plan that works for you and your family. Now we're going to transition from work to home. I suggest don't be in a rush to get home. Maybe take a different route. Make note of the streets, type of homes, their colors, maybe people walking. Make note of what race or ethnicity they appear to be. Maybe make a mental note of other buildings, something that you have not noticed before. Maybe you'll see a small restaurant or eatery that you can explore at a later date or time. Make it interesting. Try different cultures and cuisines. Maybe you'll see a small eatery. For example, myself, I love soul food. I love chitlins. I love good old-fashioned greens and cornbread, black-eyed peas and rice. Maybe you'll be adventurous enough to try something different: Colombian, Korean, Thai, Jamaican. This particular driving exercise takes your mind off of the stressful day that you just had. You have de-stressed, became more relaxed than when you left work. You are better equipped to talk to family members, build better and healthier relationships. There's a physiological and mental change that occurs by the time you get home. You are not as tense, upset, angry, not as tired, and most importantly, your anxiety levels and stress levels have declined. This also works, of course, going to work. Arrive maybe 10 minutes early. Laugh and joke with coworkers. Do not talk about work, and don't be in a rush to get to your classroom. What are some simple things that you can do to achieve occupational wellness? What can you do at home to create wellness? What about that home project that you've been meaning to do. In my case, I've been meaning to learn how to cook. I purchased some strawberries, purchased some ready-made pie crust from Trader Joe's. My point is I'm going to make a strawberry pie. That's something new for me. Cooking at home and other places are good for your mental health because cooking is an act of patience, mindfulness, an outlet for creative expression, a means of communication and helping to raise one's self-esteem as the cook can feel good about doing something positive for their family, themselves, or loved ones. Other things you can do at home: gardening, plant some fruit. I, for example, have planted some cantaloupe, some honeydew melon, some watermelon, and a few flowers out front. Gardening reminds us of our connection to nature and helps us focus on the bigger picture, which can alleviate symptoms of depression. Also, the physical aspects of gardening releases feel-good chemicals in the brain, such as serotonin and dopamine. Finally, working with the soil makes us happier. A few things that you can do at home: learn calligraphy, work out online, learn how to cook, practice meditation, pick up needlework, learn an instrument, paint, learn Photoshop, that's one of my favorites, learn how to apply your makeup, take up photography, practice journaling, maybe write a book or an article and submit it to your local newspaper or magazine. Prioritize your financial health, maybe make a vision board, foster an animal, teach yourself a new language. Or one of my favorites also is learn how to use that cell phone for more than just making a phone call. Maybe line dancing. What can you do outdoors? I'm only going to focus on one of them because we know that there are numerous things we can do outdoors. Like go to the beach. You can walk, run. Eventually we can get back to relaxing on the beach, exercise on the beach, riding a bike, roller skating, or even take up something new like kite surfing or kiteboarding. And if you have a dog, take that dog with you to the beach to help you work out. It'll help you run fast. You're playing with the dog. Studies have shown around pets that it improves your mental health. It shows that petting and playing with animals reduces stress-related hormones, and these benefits can occur just after 5 minutes of interacting with a pet. Therefore, pets are very helpful for anxiety. Playing with your dog or cat raises our level of serotonin and dopamine. So all of those great reward chemicals and anti-stress chemicals can be released in both you and your pet. Research shows that lower blood pressure, slower heart rate, regular breathing, less muscle tensions. There are many, many physical and mental health benefits of playing with a pet.
Wow, thank you so much, Susan and Norlon. How inspiring and what an encouragement to take care of ourselves. Now, next week, be sure to join us for our last Wellness Wednesday in May. We'll continue to share resources with you, and of course, our website will remain full of resources that we will keep putting out there for you. And I want to just say that we couldn't get everybody on the show who deals with wellness of ourselves and our students. But I do want to give a shout out to our psychologists and shout out to related services, which includes speech and language, visually impaired, adaptive PE, occupational therapists and physical therapists, arts educators who support us with music, drama, visual arts, and dance. So important to our well-being as well. So again, on behalf of the broad array of our wellness team, and of course our special educators and classroom teachers, because you too contribute to wellness, and a shout out to our secondary counselors. I could go on and on. All of you contribute in many, many important ways to the human connection, to the wellness for our students and our communities. So we'll see you next week for Wellness Wednesday.
When our students and teachers are under attack, what do? Stand up, fight back!